Hey guys, so welcome to our Beachbody Fit family. My name is Becky Schrader and I am your Beachbody coach. I am on the road today on a 15-hour drive from Florida to Arkansas, and I have prepared myself for success with my health on this trip. So I wanted to share with you guys what my travel strategy is when it comes to food and feeling good throughout this trip. Okay, so if you're ready to embark on like a summer road trip or you have to travel a lot for work, I'm hoping that perhaps some of these tips will help you successfully navigate traveling and eating well. Okay, I have packed, since I'm driving, I've packed my truck full of healthy foods. My ultimate goal is to not stop at any fast food restaurants and have any of that food. My secondary goal is that if I have to have something, then I will pick up a snack size something at a gas station, eat that, and move on. I'm not packing econo size bags of snacks in this car because I will eat them, right? One thing for me, guys, and the reason I pack so much food when I travel is because if I get sleepy when I'm traveling, munching on something helps keep me awake. Right? And so it's just a matter of picking what you're going to munch on and what you're going to drink that will help best fuel your body and fuel your mind to stay awake for something like a 15-hour drive. Okay, first off, I started my day with my workout. I got up 30 minutes earlier than normal, even though I was leaving the house at like 5:30. I got up 30 minutes even earlier so I could make sure and get my workout done so that my body was exercised, I had got a good sweat on, I got those endorphins going, and I knew that at least I'd gotten it out of the way, right? So at 8 o'clock tonight when I arrive at my destination, I won't be like, "Ooh, I feel horrible. I didn't move at all today," right? I sat on my butt for the whole entire day. Don't do that. So get up a little bit earlier, even if it's inconvenient, and get your workout done. The second thing I packed was my Shakeology, which is already gone. This is my go-to breakfast. So after I'd driven about an hour, I was starting to feel hungry. So I just sipped on that as I was listening to the radio. Number 3, I always pack a lot of water. This is my second 25-ounce jug of water since I got up today. So on the topic of water, I packed a wine carrier full of water, more water, and some more water. That's the only beverage I packed. Okay, why? Because if you didn't know, one of the things that causes you to get sleepy is getting dehydrated. So if you're driving and you're just pounding the coffee and pounding the coffee and pounding the coffee, you're getting more and more and more dehydrated. You need to drink water. I know a lot of people shy away from drinking water on a road trip because they're worried they're going to have to stop and go to the bathroom every few minutes. So I have a tip for you on that. But just remember that when you get dehydrated, you get sleepy. Even though you're combating that with the caffeine in the coffee or the Red Bull or whatever, you would be better served by just drinking water. Okay? So that's why I packed about 150 ounces of water. So if I drink all that on this trip, that's amazing. Why did I pack the water and not just buy it at the gas station? Again, I don't want to spend $4 for some fancy bottle of water that I could just as easily get from my fridge and put in my car. Okay, I'm cheap. Okay, that's number 1. Hydration is tip number 1. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate with water. Number 2, one of the ways that I help myself stay hydrated without drinking excessive amounts of water, right? And having to, deal with that, having to go to the bathroom thing, is I pack water-rich snacks. Okay, so if you can see in my cooler here, it's kind of bright. I have packed, bottom line, I've packed nothing that is a processed carb. Okay, nothing. No crackers, no chips, no goldfish, no Triscuits, no Cheetos, nothing. No processed carbs, no bread, none of that. Why? Because number 1, it doesn't really add anything to me if I'm sitting on my butt, okay? It doesn't add anything that I can't get from a fruit or a vegetable equally, okay? So the benefit of having a fruit and vegetable array of foods is like these cucumbers I took with me because they were, they were gonna go bad if I didn't take them. But they carry well. They don't have to be super refrigerated. And they're packed with water. So as I eat them, as I snack on them to keep myself awake, I'm actually hydrating at the same time. Bonus, okay? Same thing with these mini peppers, right? this is a huge bag, but I'm gonna have them for the ride back as well. They're tasty, they're crunchy, they're sweet and peppery at the same time, and they are also full of vitamin C and full of water. Okay, all I did here, guys, is I packed a cooler, I put a couple ice packs in there, and they're staying plenty cold for the drive. Okay, same thing, third veggie, I have a bunch of carrots. Again, crunchy, full of water. Not a carby snack that's gonna spike up my blood sugar and then have me crash, where I'm gonna go reaching for more coffee and just continue that cycle. Also, no carbiness where I'm gonna feel bloated. One more thought later on gas. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Okay, then below the car, or below the veggies, down here at the bottom, I have, I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. I have a tub of blueberries, again, for my sweet fix in case I need something sweet. I have a tub of grape tomatoes because I love those, and again, back on the veggie water front. And then I have a tub of strawberries because, again, sweets. Last thing, and the only reason for these ice packs is I took a couple of prep proteins from home. It's 2 chicken strips and a hamburger patty. I personally am absolutely fine to eat those type of foods cold. I don't need them heated back up. It'll be a trick to see if I can get all that back in there. But why did I pack the proteins? Because my brain, whenever I get on the road, it starts like, from years of conditioning, I immediately start craving like Chick-fil-A and Cracker Barrel and salty fast food, basically. It's just like wired in my brain. So as I'm driving down the road, I'm like, oh my God, biscuits and gravy sounds so good, or chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A sounds amazing. And I'm like, you know what? That's gonna feel great in the 5 minutes it takes to eat it. And then after that, I'm gonna feel like bloated and puffy because of all the salt, when all I really needed was a little protein to keep me alert and going. Okay? So that's why I packed those proteins. Now, if you're following the 21-day fix meal plan with me, you know, you'll know. 1 red. I get 4 reds a day. 1 red is my Shakeology, 1 red is my hamburger patty, 1 red is those chicken strips, and then when I finally get to my destination, I'll have a dinner and some sort of protein. So I'm still on plan for the day. My rule has always been, if I'm gonna go over on containers in some way, shape, or form, it's gonna be on greens, right? And so all those vegetables count as green containers. You can really not overdo it on the green front, especially in a situation like this where the alternative is to eat French fries, right? So I've got my proteins covered. I feel good there. I have lots and lots of veggies to choose from, so I can snack and munch on those just basically continuously when I get tired, without worrying about like blowing my meal plan for the day. Whereas if I had a carby snack, like a box of pretzels or Cheetos, which are some of my favorite foods, or chips or whatever, right? I'm like blowing the plan with just a little bit of food. Whereas I can eat like this whole bag of peppers and still calorie-wise be just barely over for the day, if that makes sense. I'm about volume. Okay, so that's what I keep in my cooler. And it just, you know, it's not gonna close up now, but it closes up. Got my water. As far as other snacks go, right, I always bring a lot because I like to be prepared. Seriously, this guy's gonna park right next to me. Awesome, great. Anyway, in here I have some extra Shakeology for the week, right? I packed enough packets for, where is it? The entire week. I have 11 packets, I think, and some extras just in case. I have some bananas to mix in with my shake for when I am ready to do that. I have some apples, right? Because they're, again, a sweet fix that's easy to eat while I'm driving. I don't have to, you know, whatever. I don't have to do anything to it. I don't have to peel it like an orange. And then I did pack these as an emergency measure. Dark chocolate espresso beans. So if I'm really having a hankering for like M&Ms or Raisinets or something sugary, I can have a couple of those, and they do have that espresso bean in there, so it'll also double as a way to wake me up. I have a couple Lara bars in there that Kevin gave me as well. So anyway, guys, here's the deal. For those of you that are worried about the idea of eating that many fruits and veggies in one day, and especially if you're traveling with like a family or spouse and you're worried it's gonna give you like insane digestion issues or gas or whatever, I'm not ashamed. I packed my Beano, right? Because if I eat a whole bag of peppers, yeah, it's gonna be rough. So take that before you start eating anything, and it will calm your inner digestion down so that you don't gas your family out of the car. But I think that's it. So basically the recap, right? My goal is to stay as close to on plan with my food as I possibly can during this drive, not succumb to the temptation to go to fast food or to buy unhealthy snacks at the gas station because I'm desperate for energy. So my strategy to keep my energy up while I'm driving is to hydrate with water only, right? Stay away from the Red Bulls, have my one serving of coffee today and then cut it off there. Have my planned proteins so that I keep my energy and, you know, sustained energy up. Supplement that with fruits if I need a sweets fix, and supplement that with veggies to keep me snacking on stuff and keep me, you know, hydrated through my food and also awake by actually munching on stuff. Emergency reserves with the espresso, chocolate covered espresso beans if I need them. Okay, I think that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The first few times I did this drive, I didn't plan this well, and I remember getting to my destination and being like, ugh, I feel awful. I feel bloated and ick and tired and like ick. The second time I did this drive, I planned better. I included a lot of these foods, and this time I drew a line in the sand and I said, I'm not eating fast food, period. I'm not eating potato chips, period. I'm not eating Red Bull, period. I'm gonna do what I know makes my body feel good, and I'm gonna work through it. It's gonna be fine, right? Maybe I don't wanna eat a bunch of peppers and cucumbers today. I'd rather have Cracker Barrel, yes. But I know what I'm doing will make me feel better when I get there, and I won't have a day and a half of recovering and just feeling blah and drained. I will feel energized, I will feel on top of my game, and I will not have taken a step in the wrong direction. Okay? Hope you guys got value out of this. I will talk to you soon. Bye.